The most interesting thing in impact, a Trump-Poilievre duo in the near future is becoming more likely by the week. And if that happens, these leaders will have a monumental impact on the social purpose world. How can you plan and prepare? Well, the next couple of years will be stressful years for anyone who cares about democracy and the next decade of social purpose. More than half of the people on the planet live in countries that will hold nationwide elections in 2024. The first time this has ever happened in world history. That's about 2.5 billion people in more than 70 countries heading to the polls, from Britain to Bangladesh to US to Rwanda, India to Indonesia. Except though, what sounds like it should be a triumphant time for democracy will likely be the opposite. And that's because geopolitical experts around the world predict that many elections will entrench leaders that are protectionist, divisive, and polarizing, who might likely deprioritize massive global challenges such as inequality and affordability of life, mental health, climate, misinformation, disinformation, and so much more. And that, of course, will have cascading effects on the future state of the world. In the US, Trump is tracking well ahead of Biden, according to ActiVote. He won Iowa, Ron DeSantis dropped out of the running and endorsed Trump. With a possible Trump re-election in November, you can expect the rise of far-right movements on home soil, even here in Canada. LGBTQ+ rights, women's rights, energy transition, climate, immigration, hate crimes would all possibly be affected, not to mention issues caused by economic isolationism. Now, when it comes to the next federal election here in Canada, there is a high likelihood of Pierre Poilievre becoming Prime Minister. The Conservatives are comfortably in majority territory, according to Nano's research. Now, if you remember back to when the Conservative Party leadership race happened, Poilievre didn't just win. He really won. He crushed it. He secured victory in the first ballot. Poilievre secured support from coast to coast to coast, coming in as the first choice in almost every riding. Now, Poilievre is a person of contradictions, and he can have a brash persona. In 2005, he voted against same-sex marriage. He also voted against transgender rights legislation and in favor of a number of restrictions on abortion procedures, although during his campaign, he promised not to reopen the abortion debate. But there are loads of instances like this. And here's the thing, he's betting on tapping into a deep well of frustration at the status quo. So, progress is fragile and the future is fragile. So, scenario planning in social purpose teams has to start now. The social purpose world, though, isn't a stranger to new leaders coming in and dismantling, discarding inclusive, just, and forward-looking programs, strategies, public policies, and funding. Organizations have had funding pulled or cut, charitable status have come under scrutiny, reputations have been tarnished through smear campaigns, and a whole lot more. 2024 is the time for the social purpose world to mobilize around engaging and educating Poilievre's team on key future challenges for communities and the value of the social purpose work you do. It's not a time to be on the sidelines, to disengage, or to be angry on social media, but a time to step in, to listen to people who may not believe in the same things you believe in, and to build a compelling case for learning and engagement with your cause. And I know, genuinely listening to the other side is tough for many, but it's time to hone those skills. All things considered, the social purpose world is about to undergo massive disruption, and change makers can't pretend they didn't see it coming. That's the most interesting thing in impact. I'll see you around.